we go.
So I've always voted against a minimum wage. Everywhere you go, there are signs that say help wanted, and those jobs are all starting at $7.50 an hour. You know, it's irrelevant if you're going to go to $7 because I've got kids out looking for jobs right now. Well, actually, you don't have to look because every hot dog stand has a sign that says workers wanted. Nobody in Utah's on minimum wage.
Oh, there are lots of people on minimum wage. I think that you're out of touch with your constituents because there are people all over this state that are on minimum wage and they'd like an increase in their pay.
If you're on minimum wage, go back to school or just go down to the local McDonald's and get a better job.
In fact, my opponent recently got ranked on a veterans survey and he got a C-. I would try to get an A when it comes to veterans.
Yeah, I don't know who this group is that would have given me less than an A since I've voted for and supported everything we've done in Congress to increase payment for the services that our vets need.
As a nation, we're already spending twice as much as the next highest spending country. Does this bother you?
We've had a fairly significant deficit recently because we had a recession, because we had a 9/11, and then we had the war in Iraq, and then we've had these terrible storms like Katrina. And so we've been battered in the economy. But
Mr. Burridge, speaking to the central issue, and let me restate that, make sure that I haven't lost track.
spend less money at the federal level, which we did in 1996, before I got there, unfortunately.
You're a conservative, and yet we've never seen such deficits. You and your colleagues...
Oh, no, you're wrong. But last year's deficit was way under half of what it was projected to have been. It was projected to have been $560 billion. Now, that's terrific.
Mr. Burridge, back to you. The issue has been raised of an advocacy for socialized medicine.
That's a buzzword that people like to use so that they don't have to come up with a solution.
It's time we begin to say, let's do things the way we have the technology to do them at a local level. Let's do the Thomas Jefferson approach to education, which is do it locally. It's a bureaucratic bollocks, not a partisan vote.
Mr. Burridge, 30 seconds for you on this subject.
Again, Mr. Cannon voted for the bureaucratic bollocks. And that shows you when you're trying to find who you're going to elect for your congressman, who's going to represent our values.
So we need to do something about that. Now, there's not a whole lot we can do. Even the poorest in America tend to be richer than people say in Europe. This is basically a state issue. Medicaid is a state issue. Well, there's no question but that this is an interstate commerce issue. The burden of civilization is to civilize.